With all that is being said and done, it seems like the president is very adamant. And, even the government, the presidency, the government, the president himself, he seems he's adamant and, they are just stone-hearted and they don't care about the lives of Nigerians. They don't care about the well-being of Nigerians because really, if this is a government that cares about the people, this is a democratic government. But it seems like the president forgets that it is a democratic government because if he understands and knows that this is a democratic government, he would not be making some of the hasty decisions that he is taking right now because all of these have caused a whole lot of, compromise in the society today. We're already faced with insecurity and even the government itself is overwhelmed by the challenges and what is going on in the country. And now you are still putting more pressure on the people, banning Twitter, where people are making their livelihood, where people are making things happen for themselves, where information's actually moved fast in Nigeria to get other people outside Nigeria to get information on what is happening in Nigeria. You banned it just because of your own selfish interest. It is a terrible thing to do. But of course, Wole Soyinka, that is a professor, have actually spoken concerning this because he says that Nigeria may not even celebrate another democracy because, what has happened and what the kind of decisions the president is taking. Nigeria may not be able to celebrate another democracy. Perhaps Nigeria must have been broken, or maybe there would be a new Nigeria. Well, let us keep our fingers crossed and keep praying for our dear country, Nigeria. But anyway, guys, let us get right into the details and see why the Professor Wole Soyinka said all of this and what he has seen that made him say this. Because we have seen people who said that President Buhari would do all of this, and indeed, we are seeing the results. A girl actually wrote exactly on Twitter in 2014 when they were going about all this election stuff, when the President Muhammadu Buhari was still planning to become president. The girl wrote precisely on Twitter. She said that making Buhari the president would be the wrongest choice Nigerians will ever make. He said because Nigerians will be stripped of all access that they have. They'll be stripped of all of the information, all of the livelihood that they have. And he said he will likely start with banning of Twitter, some of the social media apps. And not just that, I said very soon, Nigerians will begin to wear uniform. And that was in 2014. You see, this is 2021. And one of it has already happened. Very soon, you see Nigerians wearing uniform for them to be identified amongst others. Well, we hope it does not get to that. But anyway, let us dive right into the details of this report. And don't forget to like and also share this video. Okay, guys, Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka has said Nigeria may not celebrate another Democracy Day next year if the President Muhammadu Buhari fails to listen to all different agitations and initiatives around him. Soyinka stated this in an interview on Arise TV on Monday. The Nobel laureate also warned that Nigeria will not stay together if the president does not quickly decentralize the country. He said, on this so-called democracy, we are embarking on a nosedive, or what I would describe as suicide drive. And Buhari needs to listen to all different agitations and initiatives which are taking place around him. He should recognize the fact that the tempo of disintegration of this country has accelerated in the last couple of years beyond anything we ever knew since the Civil War. And I'm not sure Nigeria can remain as one if we fail to decentralize. If Nigeria fails to decentralize as fast as possible in such a way that people will see it manifesting, then Nigeria cannot stay together. If a nation that is on suicide slide, the people who feel that they do not deserve the kind of suicidal slide have a right to say, sorry, we are getting off this plane before it nosedived. I'm beginning to believe that people have different definitions of democracy, particularly our political leaders, and I'm beginning to wonder whether this government, led by Buhari, really understands the implication and full responsibility and commitment involved when people say they are practicing democracy. Soyinka said the manner the federal government is handling agitations across the country show that it is not ready to listen to the people. in truncating various channels, expressions open to any populace, you are actually abrogating the very essence of democracy. Democracy is not sequence or symbolic gestures of June 12th as Democracy Day. When you truncate any channel of self-expression of people, you literally become an enemy of democracy. Also, the language used by Buhari in responding to agitation for secession is very unfortunate. Any sensitive leader must understand and respond to the reasons behind these agitations, not to start to threaten, bully, or intimidate people. On open grazing, the Noble laureate scolded governors for being too timid and not able to act promptly on the wishes of their people. He said, for instance, Southern governor said on behalf of our people, we do not want open grazing anymore. Then somebody who sits in Aso Rock says he will instruct his attorney general to dig up some kind of colonial law so he can recover on behalf of a certain private business the old route. That is an indication that he is not listening to what governors and the people they represent are saying. He suggests immediate sack of some of the president's aides, saying they are not doing him or the nation any service. It is high time he sacked most people around him. They are not doing him or the nation any service. They are people who say to him what he wants to hear. If he is depending on them, then his government is doomed, he said. Soyinka insisted that President Buhari must address the nation. First of all, Buhari must address the nation. I don't mean the kind of interview he granted on television where he says he was healthy. He must admit that we are in a state of war and we must be prepared for the worst. But at the same time, the government is in full solidarity behind the people. He needs they will do away with some government lifestyle because there is an internal enemy which is eating into the nation's intestine. He needs to start talking to people as a leader who is awake in the reality of the situation. Then let us see action taken. He has to take people into confidence. Soyinka said he will not subscribe to the notion that the people of Nigeria are the problem because they had shown willingness for a better Nigeria. Our problem as a country is not that of people but leadership, because people have shown that they are ready to act to save their own country. People also take to the streets in demonstration and expression of their grievances. Government needs to understand that the idea of threatening people doesn't work any longer. So guys, you've seen it. Wole Soyinka have spoken a lot to the president, and we hope that he listens, though, because it is really important. They are rather seeing people as their enemy instead of believing that this is democracy and they must work for the betterment of Nigeria. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to drop your comments and also give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.